Hi, my name's Cappy. I'm 23 years old and I just got rejected from university. I'm now lost in life and I've decided to play Minecraft. So, a little bit more about me and why I decided to start this YouTube channel, making videos like this to express myself. I would like to articulate myself and share about my life experiences and talk about stuff that hopefully is relatable to the viewers that are watching this channel. And I also wanted a place to an outlet to share my thoughts, my experiences, my opinions in life, and basically all the problems that life can give to one person or to anyone, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I'll just be playing Minecraft in the background, as Minecraft has been a game which I've been playing for well over 10 years now. I'm 23, so started playing around 11 to 12, so a little bit more than 10 years. It's been my comfort game ever since. It's been something I've loved and can never give up, It's a game where you always come back to it. It's like a toxic ex in a sense. And yeah, I've currently playing this mod pack that I found from rant, which is called Vanilla Perfected. So yeah, it's basically vanilla still. The essence of vanilla is still there. It's just a ton of QOL mods as well, with some sort of new dungeon content, which I think it will be interesting to play in the background and explore more on. So do enjoy the content while I ramble on about my life. So yeah, back to the main topic. So yeah, I got rejected from university this year and I'm not sure where to move forward. I mean, I can always apply next year, but this is sort of one of the more major rejections I've dealt and faced with in my life, and it got me really thinking about if I really wanted this, For more context, I've come from an Asian household. I'm in particular Southeast Asian, so yeah, the stereotype of Asians being very anal about education and succeeding, getting a good job, earning the big bucks, if you know. And that is all true, I think, to a certain extent. And no ill intentions, I think, in the way the parenting goes. Because in the end, most, if not all, parents want their child to succeed, right? And I'm not putting any sort of blame or have any hatred towards my own parents or what other people do, but as a child and living in this generation, as a Gen Z in particular, especially with how atrocious the job market is and the economy, and with all the civil, the political conflicts happening everywhere all at once, it's kind of stressful, I'll say. Yeah, just didn't know who to really talk to. I think another thing that comes with rejection is the feeling of those around you, not only yourself. I think it's equally as important, but I feel like living up to the expectations of others is something that is heavily too much, in a sense where it's kind of toxic, I think, in my opinion, and it's not being talked as much with, around you or to people at all, where too much pressure can also be not a good thing. And I feel like stuff or ideal philosophies like tough love is not really ideal to my generation, the younger generation and all. And yeah, I think that's why most, or if not, I became sort of close-minded, you could say, and I tend to keep things to myself throughout my 2 decades of living here. And yeah, and I feel like this YouTube channel is something that I like to use as an outlet to be more honest with myself, being able to express my thoughts better, because I've realized over the years where I'm not really good at sort of forming words and speaking them to my mouth without stuttering and such. and I think it's something I would like to improve on as well. And yeah, I hope there's someone out there that actually finds my videos, I mean this being the first one and many more to go, find my videos relatable, and hopefully we can interact and give each other the support that we need in order for us to really survive in this sort of cruel world. And yeah, talking about my university in general, I think we all have like a picture in our heads of what we want to do, be it dream jobs or like pathways, So maybe for myself, I like to actually, since young, I wanted to like be those sort of cool YouTubers, you can say. When content house was a thing, like bingo around with cool other YouTubers as well, mixing around and making good content for people to enjoy. But I think over the years I've realized that I've not really suited for that kind of thing, and so I gave up on it. And now here I am again, trying again. I mean, doesn't hurt to try. I've never really made YouTube videos in general, but yeah, it is a stepping stone, which I feel like university was like the first step. It's like the next step, in fulfilling my education, and sort of the final thing, nowadays where we apply for jobs, you have to have like a minimum, like a degree in the course you're taking. And I think that goes to show how saturated it really is. And I don't really want to be a part of that, as much as I don't have a choice as well. But that's why I'm trying to sort of change my fate in a sense, giving myself more opportunities, hopefully through YouTube. And yeah, I do not think that the progress or like the direction I want is hindered as much as I initially thought. Now that I've reflected through it, it's been like a month or two since gotten the rejection. I didn't have like a plan B or anything. It's just moving forward, I just need to make sure that I know that I'm on my own. And it hurts, of course, because it's not just about school, if you know what I mean. It's like, of course, there's a lot of what ifs, what if I study harder, what if I stop playing more games, because I do tend to play a lot more games as well, and sort of my time goes haywire and not as efficient as I want to. But it's not just about school, it's about yourself and how I didn't live to the potential that I know I can do it. Because when I was younger, I actually was more, I guess I excelled more in my studies, you could say that. But yeah, it felt like a rejection of a future that I imagined. And I do still feel disappointed. Majority of the feelings I have is just disappointment, but another comes from comparison. I think you've all heard the saying of how comparison is the thief of joy. And yeah, I think so far the past few months have really reflected that statement of how I feel behind other people in terms of life. And I know it's not good to compare in situations like this, but it's something I think we humans do automatically, and that's where self-doubt, the questioning of your self-worth comes in, and you wonder if you're not good enough. And yeah, that's what being stuck and being uncertain of what's next really does to you. And yeah, that's where the overthinking comes in. It's not really I'll say my first rodeo with rejection, but this was the major one compared to the others I had in the past. But I think I'll save that for like another video. And yeah, I just feel left behind, seeing all my friends get the acceptance letters or even better opportunities, And at the morning I got the email, just felt like the plan, the life plan fell apart. But yeah, I know logically it's not the end of the world, but emotionally, even after a few months, it still hurts. Very personal in a sense. And yeah, it's been a month or two, as I mentioned, and I think I've just been cruising along through life. For more context, I've actually currently in mandatory conscription for my country. So yeah, basically in the army. So, but given my vocation that I've been assigned, I've actually had quite a bit of free time compared to other individuals, so I'm quite blessed for that. And in terms of the army, I'm quite grateful. and ungrateful at the same time, because grateful is where it's 2 years by the way, so I have 2 years of like thinking time, you know, wondering what I can do as the next step. But ungrateful where I do feel like it's a waste of time, but it's something that I'm legally binded to do as a citizen. So I don't really have much of a choice here, don't I? But yeah, and I'm 23 this year, as I mentioned, so I'll be out of the mandatory conscription by 24, and I feel like I'll be in my mid-20s by then. I'm not sure what to do given my age, but I think that's something I'll process when the time actually comes. And yeah, the saying of one door closes, another door opens is something I think can be true, but for me I think I prefer making my own door, and that's why I've started this channel. Hopefully that door you can help me accomplish making that door, and we can make it together, you know. I like to build a community of people where we can just talk about life, personal talks, you know, talk about problems and what we can do to tackle it in a sense. And yeah, I do have other topics that I've have in my notes where I can talk about in future videos. And yeah, if you have any other suggestions, you can leave in the comments if you are watching this. Hopefully my first video doesn't flop as much, but of course no high expectations. I think right now hope is something that is a bit doubtful, but I believe. It's good to believe in yourself, I think. Not I think, but yeah, you must believe in yourself. If not, then life has no purpose. And that's what I feel right now in a bit. And I want to make YouTube my purpose, creating content and engaging with other people. So yeah, I don't really have a way to end the video. I'm not sure how to as well. So no perfect conclusions here or whatever. I think the question becomes more open-ended. If like there's no ending to your story or my story yet. So don't give up and keep on pushing. It's not the end of the world. No matter how your brain tricks you into thinking it, as long as you're alive, you're awake, you wake up the next day, I think that's a win in anyone's book. So yeah, with that, I think I've come to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay at the background. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.